pass on late.
What are you doing?
I thought you missed that. I'm away, try away from you. In the engine room here.
Hey, how do? Hey, Jaden.
Yeah.
So I got a broadcast joint, right? So how do I send him the link?
Click share. Click the share button.
No, I'm saying how do I send him the link so he can watch it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, bro.
Oh,
But it's a link, dumbass nigga.
Nigga, that bitch said 1% covered.
Nigga hit that bit on the bottom of the rim.
On the bottom of the rim.
Bottom of the rim. The third quarter about to start. Full engine room, yeah. I finna do tattoo glitch after this. I need to find a jump shot for this nigga.
Hey, bro, he smacked the fuck out that bitch, Chase.
Oh god, he did.
Oh.
Damn.
Dude, like damn, but like, god damn. Gotta say that bullshit to the stud, nah.
Nigga, I just got in the paint, nigga.
No, nigga, you was in there for like 8 seconds.
3, nigga. 3. 12. Nigga, you the boy a chance, now the young finna blow. It's a shame.
Hey, they got 15 seconds left. You was in that bitch for a while.
Nigga, if I get a 3-second violation. But you didn't believe. I feel it would be me. You can do a half court alley, my nigga.
Oh god, just pass the ball, nigga.
Bro,
how do I send him that?
Yo, I'm wide open. Don't even know counting mine.
How do I send him the broadcast, bro?
They heard the meal and asked your friend, ain't no we in there. What my mom was brand new bitch, my girl.
Hey, why y'all blowing up my phone?
So we can your bitch had to come on.
I ain't even come.
We know you ain't come.
You ain't pick up the phone, nigga. Why y'all blowing up my phone? They glad, nigga.
Did that straight drop in the pot shit.
Bro, what's going on? Yeah.
Oh.
Wait.
Looking at
I got a USA test prep dude now.
For who?
now.
For who?
It's due now, like right now.
Oh, I think it's a do now.
Yo, swordfish looking at.
It's also, I think it's a do now.
Hey, right. Hey, right. You see that NBA YoungBoy shit I just posted?
Streets on damn.
Go watch it, bro.
I feel it too. Man. Cannot trust every people. Bro, I called for the alley-oop, bro, for the AI, so I thought he gonna throw it. And then he airballed anyway.
You said you woke up watching George Lopez.
Oh,
yo, Victor Cruz looking at him.
Oh yeah, we gon' nigga. Bust them. Sorry, ass nigga. Oh. That nigga green, the latest one.
Just move, bro. Yo, Coach Lou looking at him. Oh, there you go, right there.
That nigga threw the oop over the head.
Right. I'm thinking that bitch finna go to the court.
Baby.
Change, bro. What the fuck? Wake up, nigga.
Bro, why the fuck that shit keep happening? We got to pay. I'm still in the pay. We cannot trust. Yeah.
Oh shit, he broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still trying to zone, bro.
Oh, that was some funny ass shit.
Hey, bro, stop all that cussing on my live stream, bro.
Eat it.
I gotta broadcast it.
I still can't hear it. Right. Can't cry, bro. I'm here,
Yo, I'm always trying to zone. Yo, Terry Crews looking at.
Yeah, we need you.
We need you, twin.
Right, bro, you was funny. That was ASAP Squidward.
Oh shit.
Hey, but y'all remember? Hey, wait, what trip was that? Damn.
Louisiana.
Oh yeah.
We ain't talk in a minute, so don't hit me up. How come?
Oh yeah. Bro, why you make me pass it like that, bro? I still hold this shit like a blind man.
Why it say he sent? It say he sent me a. He said he sent me an invite, but I ain't got that.
Hey, Dion.
God, you still trying to zone? You still trying to zone, bro? Dang. Yo, Willie Sneed looking at her.
How many boys you got, Desmond?
Oh.
Oh.
Damn, I'm finna hit this too.
Nope.
He said he sent me an invite, but I ain't get one, bro. What the fuck is he talking about?
No foul? No foul?
But hit back.
Hold on, bro.
That's crazy, but that's a foul. Hit me.
You about to pull that up. Oh, come on, Justin. Oh.
God. Oh my God.
You good. You keep scoring, man.
You might have to play Madden 19 in this month.
Oh, he's cheesy.
Hey, what's
my mic? What's my mic on?
y'all had flash again? Oh, shit.
Dead. What?
Mature. Yo, they came out Uzi like a little pop smoke.
No.
That beard he got. Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Chase, how many turnovers you got?
5. She's on my dick for a pick. I smack her ass, give a dick. Think it double, have her ass in the dick.
Oh, you losing.
Do the wrong thing and then this shit. I would say, hey, Reek, he's trying to go viral.
This got that too.
You remember my trap. I'm gonna quit, bro. We only down 5. Don't quit, bro. Cause then your bitch ass gonna be stuck. You gonna get off the game again.
Oh, bitch. I got off the game.
Come on now. I'm saying, like, if you quit, you're gonna get that little screen. I can't come back. He get off ball me, bro. I'm doing my play because I've been out of time for a week. I'm too busy. I can't get my phone up. And one. And make sure you gonna fuck a nigga for anything if you want. I do what show to you. $150 on my dick. She don't want to that boo, I ain't want her. I feel like a stunner.
Act like a punter.
Look just like your ass.
Not for the suck. Not on her face, I want her on the cover.
It's private. Bro, like what the fuck? Do this nigga know how to send invites, bro? Cause they didn't send me nothing.
Oh
Need the airball.
Yeah, fuck I'm talking about my boy Christian McCaffrey, the highest paid running back in the business.
Bro, what is this nigga doing, bro?
What is he literally, bro?
That nigga trolling now. I need to flop on this shit.
But I do not. You probably think I'm trying to win, bro. Bro, you got my boy the ass fucked up, bro. Let me check Messenger or something, bro, cause I ain't getting no notification that you invite, bro.
Come on now.
Bro,
You need that shit Hall of Fame, bro. I got 6 now.
are you ugly as fuck, man?
Yeah, option.
You sitting there now? Yeah. What is that? 2 in head button.
Yeah. Ah, let me catch that hoe.
Hey, that's your partner, bro. That nigga, bro. That nigga
I lagged.
PlayStation when he cut off. That shit fucking hell. About time that shit cut off.
Why he do a jump?
I got tired of that shit going hot every time he hit a 3, nigga.
Right, you suck though, bro.
Bro, Mark, you look ugly.
Still, bro. Boy, I thought he caught another 3 seconds on me, boy.
Yo, Marcus Peters looking at it, nigga.
I can get lost. I got 25 in my huh? Bro, Chase, what are you doing? Wake up, nigga. I'm gonna get another 3 seconds again.
You said Millie dead. No. That nigga in jail. Yo, always on the Yo ass look like Jeff Okuda, ugly ass nigga. That's Chase Thumb. That's Chase Thumbhead ass.
He's not playing with you no more.
Fuck you, bro. Damn. What is this nigga doing?
That Jarrell?
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
What the fuck was that? Nigga sound like Terminator, bro. Chase, wake up, nigga. What are you doing? Fuck. I'll go get 3 seconds again, bro.
Well, Chase, you an egg, bro. Am I 5?
He just keep pulling that bit.
I'm that nigga.
If nah, it wasn't 40 seconds,
you watching it right now?
Yeah.
Look, watch when we start. It's gonna be like some. Hold on, I forgot what that bitch say.
So you know what's funny, bro?
What?
Somebody posted on the West Lake football player, and all I hear is our boys on the bitch. This is like everybody that watch it.
Oh God!
Oh God!
Wait, what happened?
They can hear us on the chat.
Yeah, that's why I told your thumb head ass stop cussing, nigga.
What are you cussing at me, nigga?
Yeah.
What the hell? Oh, your shit finna get copyrighted to that music, nigga.
Ooh, dead. Hell nah, nigga. But they give me a red flag on YouTube. I ain't got no money.
What the fuck was that?
Damn, bro, I'm gonna miss y'all, boy.
Like I said, all y'all niggas shut the fuck up.
Oh my god.
Now he know we on the broadcast and he wanna talk
I'm saying, he go that brick head ass.
shit. You cat like fuck. I know you heard. Alright, what the fuck was
Shit, man. Yo, dumbbell head.
Fuck about that damn broadcast anyway.
that? See, now you mentioned it. We know you doing this just cause you on YouTube.
Nah,
Shut the
he
fuck
mad.
up, bitch.
He mad cause I knocked him out first round.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you from the game. A little telescope head ass.
Yeah,
Yeah, the game just ended.
He told me to say some gay shit.
I got you.
Bro, God, bro, please do not do this lame ass shit. Man. This is our second time starting it over.
NFL in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston. At a
Everybody,
come on, come on.
Welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired
Bro, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Man, different than niggas that give me parody. Man, niggas think we terrorists.
Mute it, can't cuss on everybody watching.
I'm finna go get on the live.
I'm just finna mute. Nah, I'm finna mute y'all, bro. Y'all better stop cussing, bro. Dang.
I ain't cussing, bro.
Y'all cut one more time, brother.
That boy got 6 subscribers.
Where the link at? Oh, never mind.
It's on. It's on Twitter.
Oh, y'all leave this shit.
But
Leave it.
I just told him, man. Music.
I'm gonna say something just like I can hear myself.
Y'all damn it. I'm just mute them. Hey, bro, I'm gonna have to mute y'all, bro.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston.
Set. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Switch. Back. Say. Hey, 31.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 24. Check.
No time now.
Check 13. Check 13.
Back to throw, Watson. Dancing to his left. Going up top for Miller. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All go special. 19. Check. Gun. Check. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Further. Mike 41. Coming to you. Hey, 4-1's Mike.
Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Procise. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Switch. Slam.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
What? Go.
On third down, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. DeAndre Carter is deep for the Texans. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Let's go.
Here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set. Ricky. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
On 1st down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Now it's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's get set. 36 power. Alert.
Wilson, incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
I'll go special. Check safety.
To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
There's overload. Watch 14. Watch Zebra. Watch the screen. Check it backer.
To throw again, Wilson. This complete to Lockett. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. He's got this one complete to John Ursua. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Bang out. 14.
They snap it at one. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, and the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. No score after one on EA Sports. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Touch 50, touch 50.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Alert, 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 alert.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum? What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
54. Let's 57's Mike. Watch the run, watch. Line up.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check 3. Check 50, check 50. Tight dog. Watch the twist. Hey, switch gears. Alert, alert. Hey, line him up.
To throw is Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check three. Push him back. Tighten up.
Watson now to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
We're set. You're 18. 50 seconds to Mike. Hey, I'm coming. Check. You go tight. Hey, 24. You got tight right there. 57 to Mike. Wrap it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Watson now 6 of 10 in this 1st down. He's got his guys a 1st down here.
Kill. He's checking. Crash. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Shift. Watch the shift. Hey, check 24. Let him go.
Here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check. Fresno. Check 52. Check 43.
Looking to throw. Watson. And he's going to go down again. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Alert. 3 down. Hey, 9, 7, Mike 57.
3rd and long, it's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Check 31. One flip. Gun.
The drive starts with C.J. Prosise. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Quick. 41 to Mike. 41 left. I got him. Mike 41.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. On the return, Carter. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson throwing the out route and complete. It's Hopkins. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. To the air yet again, Watson. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
They come out here in the eye. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. From the 25 on second down, Wilson, he sets to fire and got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Shit. 14, front it.
Here's Wilson to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Got it. Here we go, Keith. Let's go.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. To throw again is Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, 1st down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
At the 41-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Give me some. Here we go. Switch. Check three.
A shotgun snap for Watson, forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Watch the screen. Max box. Right. 55. 57 to Mike. 57. In your face.
From the red zone now, Watson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Slam.
Throwing again is Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the slant.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Tight end right. You got 3 down. Check 4. Check. Lucky. 14. Under 10. Jam.
He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And down to the 28-yard line. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 28. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check hot. Kill. 6. We got double up. Hold up. Check. Hey, 0.
This is Homer. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Going on the ground with Homer. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
Coming this way. Here we go. Whip. Watch the whip. Check. Crunch. Joker. Alert. Check. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check it out, read. Check.
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Switch.
They'll run this with Homer. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Houston. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 8 yards out. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On 1st down, Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson buying time to his left. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson being chased out left. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson now throwing on 3rd and long. And it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but On offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Watch twist. Check.
Now a give right side. Carson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Big Dad. Go. Alert 3.
Now it's Carson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Watch the air. 40. Easy. Check. 36 power. 36. Kill.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Big Ed. He's crashing. He's checking. Spot that. Hey, alert 3. 12. That's it. 41. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Hey, 4-1's Mike. Hey, they scared.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. Check 41. Danny. 14. Watch out. Bang.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Here comes Carter. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit. Because there's...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Brad McDougal. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. Game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
From the 17, Wilson trying to lay one up deep, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Wilson now, operating from the gun. And he's got Lockett. A well-executed 22-yard gain. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Dancing to his left. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off, 2nd and inches. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 56 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7.
21, Texans 7. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Texans take over first and 10. Let's go. 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
57, Mike, 57. You. Tight dog.
Here's Watson throwing again. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
57's the Mike. Rock 57. Nice, sweetheart. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I don't think you got him.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Okay, double up. Hey, 59. 57's the Mike.
Out of the gun, Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
They start out with a run from Procise. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
Ready?
So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.